Hello. So, in thinking about my fieldwork intervention assignment, the area I will intervene in is the area of communication and language. And I chose this area because the child or student I am observing really struggles in this area. In my fieldwork observation, I'm observing a kindergarten student who cannot yet speak well, and others have a hard time understanding him. So, due to this, he engages in hitting, kicking, and biting other staff members or peers when he wants to communicate something and it is not understood. For example, there was one time when he was playing with Legos and another student came up to him wanting to join him, and the student just joined him without saying anything. And we're going to call my student Johnny. So Johnny kind of looked at him and didn't seem very welcoming. So Johnny said something to him, but it sounded like gibberish, and the student didn't understand. And the student stayed there. He didn't leave the area. And then Johnny went and tried to bite him. That was one instance where since Johnny couldn't communicate, then he opted for aggression immediately. Another instance of aggression happened towards the teacher when the student asked her for something but she didn't understand. So he kicked her and started crying, and then went away from the teacher and was very, very upset. He threw a tantrum, and it was all because he wasn't understood when he was trying to communicate to the teacher. So he gets frustrated whenever you're asking him frequently what he's trying to say. The intervention I will use is the Picture Exchange Communication System, also known as PECS. This intervention allows students with little or no communication abilities to communicate using pictures. And with this intervention, the student would approach a person and give them a picture in exchange for the desired item. The student would have a book with different pictures in it, or a little binder, 3-ring binder that would have different pictures, and they would have Velcro in horizontal lines, and then the pictures would have Velcro on the back in the shape of a square, and they would be able to just pull it off the Velcro easily. There would be a variety of pictures that the student typically relates to, or that he typically uses on a day-to-day basis, and he could choose from that, and it would be accessible to him at all times. I'm using this intervention because it will help the student in his communication and language skills, and he will learn to identify a desired item with pictures. And while looking at the pictures, he will also be looking at the words, because the words are right below the pictures, and so he will learn to associate the two together. And also the student's frustration levels and aggression will also diminish, because he will now have a form of communication where others will be able to understand him better. I plan to ensure fidelity of implementation by informing myself of this EVP and getting accurate information prior to implementation. Then I would gather and organize all of my resources necessary for implementation, and I would follow the procedures for implementing the intervention and hope that it is of great success, which I think it will be, because it is a way of learning communication and language and strengthening that area. So as a child starts getting used to using this method, he will start connecting the words to the pictures, and hopefully we will be able to get more language out of him and more communication. He is also in speech, so that combination will also help too, and working together with him on a frequent basis will help his communication skills, and using this intervention as well. Thank you.